Scarlet Nation, I hope you're all enjoying this lovely December, this holiday season. And for the holidays, Rutgers basketball has gotten an extremely good recruiting class this year, joining the ranks of Ace Bailey, of Somerville, of all these other talented young men. Today, we finally got news. It finally happened. Dylan Harper is a Scarlet Knight, announcing his commitment tonight. Finally, it's kind of interesting because the early signing period was over in November, and one might wonder, did Dylan already sign? Was he silent? And did he commit? Subsequent to that, all along, it seemed like he was coming to Rutgers. Several crystal balls came in from the recruiting experts across the country. It kind of looked like this was a done deal, but still, it's not over till it's over. Dylan wanted his moment. He got his moment. He commits to the Scarlet Knights. It was a long time coming. People have been waiting for this ever since Dylan was a young kid, and his brother, obviously, Ron Harper Jr., was a Rutgers legend in a lot of ways. This year, the basketball team, I said earlier, it's a transitionary year because we're expecting an influx of serious talent next year. It just is what it is, and it's exciting. You have a very tall, long, true combo guard in Dylan Harper, a 5-star ranked in almost everywhere as the number 2 player. Cooper Flagg obviously reclassified the Duke commit. He is sliding it at number 1 on most lists right now. Ace Bailey, the consensus number 3, and that's kind of fluctuated all along, the number 2, the number 3 between Ace and Dylan. But nonetheless, I mean, we'll see how the final rankings wind up. But whether it's 1 and 2, 1 and 3, whatever it is, 2 and 3, having the 2 out of the top 3 recruits in the country commit to your team is just absolutely earth-shattering, especially for Rutgers basketball. It's great stuff. A lot of rumors out there about how did the NIL come to fruition. As we hear those things, we will disseminate that information to you, although it's not always easy to find out. If we hear at Night Watch here, we will let you know. But it just speaks greatly to the big effort of everybody around Rutgers, stakeholders, those helping out, the coaching staff, the strengths of the program, the prowess and ascension of the program over the last several years, the job that Steve Peichel has done, and his staff, and the way that Rutgers has been able to be competitive, have a great college basketball atmosphere as far as facilities, the crowd at the rack, and the way that we've really been able to make a mark on the college basketball scene in recent years, I think goes a long way in getting us this class. Ace and Dylan are very good friends. That's well documented. You already have a player like Gavin Griffiths in the fold. You already have guys like JaMychal Davis. You already have guys like Simpson in the fold. And that bodes well for what we could see next year. Now, most people are saying that both these guys, it's a done deal. They're one-and-done players. They're already appearing in mock drafts for the NBA the following year. Look, if we get them for 1 year, we ride it out, and you hope we have as much success as we can, and you hope that they develop as best as they can under Pike while they're here. But it's way too early to start jumping to those conclusions and getting into those discussions. Let's just enjoy the ride. It's a great day for Rutgers basketball, a great day for Rutgers athletics. And now we see if the basketball team can weather the storm this year, and what they can do in this transitionary year. I still think there's a shot for them to do some things and to show some improvement, so let's hope they do that. But the future is looking very bright. I believe Rutgers class is not going to quite get into the number 1 slot. That Duke class with several guys near the top of the list is going to edge us out. But nonetheless, we're going to be a top 3 class in the country, it looks like, from what I've seen, anywhere from the number 2 to the number 3 class. It's huge any way you slice it, and it really is news that, the sleeping giant has arrived. I mean, this is a Big Ten university. It has a large alumni base. It's got proximity to, the largest metropolitan area. I mean, it's within the largest metropolitan area in the country. And the fact is that when we hire the right people, do the right things, we're competitive. And we can compete with anybody for recruits. We can compete with anybody in athletics when we get to that level. And it's just nice to see a legacy young man who has obviously been very close with the program and whose family's been very close with the program for a very long time come in. And now you have a lengthy guard, which was always Pike's recipe, a lengthy guard who can shoot, handle, pass, you name it. And you've got Ace Bailey, who, arguably is contending and vying himself to be the best recruit in this class, or even vying with Dylan to see who's the higher ranked recruit. It doesn't matter now. They're good friends. They're going to play off each other. Another, just physical specimen, and just an excellent basketball player, who can do it all. And then you get, Gavin Griffiths the reps this year, and we'll see who else comes back. And you've got yourself a nice team. Hopefully Mag is back as well, and you get the personnel, and you get ready, and you see what kind of noise we could make next year. But just a long time coming. And, there's a lot of speculation. Oh, is Kansas going to swoop in? Self is a G. Self is a gangster. He's trying to get Dylan on campus. That was going on a couple months ago. And then maybe Duke, because people just sometimes have trouble believing, that Rutgers can really arrive and really do it. But they need to stop striving to try to believe it and just accept it. Scarlet Knights are here. And it's just great to see. So it's great on this Wednesday evening to get this news as a Scarlet Knights fan. Couldn't be happier for the young man. Couldn't be happier for Coach Peichel. Couldn't be happier for Rutgers Nation. Couldn't be happier for the other young men coming in that class and the other young men on the team. Granted, he's a recruit. We still got kids to root for this season. Let's continue to root for these kids. Let's continue to get out and support the football team in the bowl game and all the other athletics. But just big, big news for Rutgers. A time to celebrate, right in time for the holidays. And just great all around. Guys, if you have not done so yet, but you find yourself watching me, whether you're a college basketball fan, whether you're a Big Ten fan, whether you are a Rutgers fan, alumni, whatever else, please click subscribe. Let's get to 500 subscribers. There's so much more I can do with this channel once we get to 500. Click subscribe. It helps the channel so immensely, and we're working towards it. We're in the middle of a subscription push, and we're getting closer and closer, so I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate all of your comments. I appreciate all of your feedback. And I love taking this ride with you guys. Let's get this very strong combo guard, very talented, oozing with potential young man to join these other very talented young men on this team and see what kind of noise we can make. Go Knights.